Welcome to the State of the Market with knowledgeable realtor Scott Zaino. Sit back and relax as Scott lifts the curtain on Cape Cod's real estate stats. Buckle up and let's dive in. This is your monthly State of the Market report.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another State of the Market for November 2024. I'm Scott Zaino with the Scott Zaino Group and Keller Williams Luxury Real Estate coming back at you one more time. So we're going to jump right into the different sectors. If you're a seller or a buyer, this video is for you. If you're a homeowner and you're just kind of curious about the market and you want to see what's going on with the market because you might be thinking about selling or buying, this video is for you. So let's go ahead and jump right on into it and see if we can get to our different sectors, okay? All right, let's start with the median sales price. So for the end of November, it was 720,000, which took just a smidgen of a drop from 760. So we went down about $30,000 on our median sales price. So that tells us things may be softening up a little bit, right? The next sector that we're going to talk about is homes for sale, which is active listings. And at the end of November, it was 791. And October, it was 968. So our amount of active listings dropped by about 200 properties. So what's going to happen here, I think, and I think you'll agree with me at some point here, as the market changes here a little bit with the spring market coming in February, January, February, March, you're going to find, I think, that this inventory is going to probably continue to drop. Um, we don't really see it going up much compared to, say, let's just look at last year real quick, right? Let's just look at last year. So November of 23 was 725 units, and today we're at 791. So the inventory has been almost the same. But what you're going to find is when these rates do end up dropping at some point, uh, prices will go up naturally because there'll be more competition. And I don't think you're going to see inventory going up that much, to be honest with you. I think the inventory that we got is the inventory we'll be getting for a while, unless a lot of these folks that get the 2.5 and 2.99 interest rates all decide to sell, which a lot of them have been thinking about, right? And that might be, if the rates get down into the low fives, that might be their opportunity to take the plunge. And then you'll see some more inventory coming on the market. But until then, it'll probably continue to be about the same. Let's look at our days on market. So days on market for the end of November was 20, and the days on market of October were 19. So it only went up one day. So that's really a push. There's really not a lot to say about that. Homes are going under contract quickly. If they're priced right, we talk about this before, if they're priced right, they're presented properly, and they're promoted properly, and you've got your three Ps all lined up, you'll get an offer. 20 days is nothing, absolutely nothing. Right before COVID, let's see, November of 19. Let's see, it was, well, let's just say November of 21, let's just say. It was 10 days on market. And today we're at 20, which is doubled, which is still not a lot. I remember when days on the market were, 60, 90, 100 days, to get your house under contract. So 20 days is awesome. Months of supply. So months supply is 2.6. This correlates with our inventory. So 2.6 months that's right. It's still a seller's market because it's under 4 months of inventory. So we talked about this before, right? Under 4 months, you got a seller's market or seller's market, and then 5 months or so of inventory, you've got like a slack market. It's a neutral market, and anything 5 or 6 months or in excess of that is going to be a buyer's market. So for today, we are still in a seller's market. Now, there's some fabulous deals out there. Let me tell you, I've been putting houses under contract and looking at houses that come on the market, and there's some great buys. The key is you have to look every day. The day that you don't look, that's the day that house that you're looking for will come on the market. So have your agent look for you every day, or you can look on your own if that's what you'd like to do. That's fine. but it's in real estate, you have to look every day, sometimes twice a day. That's just what we do as agents, right? We just find properties for folks that match their criteria. So the end of October, it was 3.3 months, and today we're at 2.6 months of absorption rate for our inventory. And then your percentage to list price ratio is 98.4. So what that means is if your house was listed for $1 million, then you would get $980,000 for that property. So you get 98% of that, which is really good. Before COVID, that number was, probably in the 94 range. Let me just expand my calendar here a little bit, my graph. So COVID was about 2019, right there, 97.1 before COVID. So today the market is still stronger than it was before as far as offers go at 98.4. In October, it was 98.5. So it dropped just 1/10 of a point for your list to sales price ratio. The last thing we want to cover is interest rates. There's been a lot of talk about that. The Fed has dropped the basis points a couple of times here, right? And so the interest rates, you would think it'd be a direct correlation, and those rates would go down. However, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. It depends on the banks and the money that they've got to lend. In fact, when the interest rate went down, when the Feds cut the interest rate by 0.5 basis points, I saw actually interest rates go up because the banks need to make money on the money they lend, right? So it's all kind of tied in together, but not in direct correlation, right? So ultimately, I think that 5.9, 5.8, even 5.5 is the golden mark that we try to head for to get these interest rates down and put a little bit of give the buyers a better interest rate so they have a little bit more buying power, right? So for today, the interest rates, a 30-year fixed was 6.4. Now, naturally, that's with good credit and good history with your credit. 15-year fixed was about 5.8. I just looked these numbers up just so you know they're fresh. 30-year FHA, Federal Housing Administration, was around 6.8. That's a 30-year fixed. 30-year VA for all the veterans out there looking to borrow against their loans there at 5.9 for VA. And 30-year jumbo, you got to finance 766.5. I think that number might have gone up to maybe 800 range now. But the last I looked, it was 30-year jumbo, 766,000 or $500 or more. You can finance the 30 years at 6.4% interest rate. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching another monthly state of the market. We'll catch you next month. Take it easy. Your question, give me a call, 508-566-0051, or shoot me an email at sjzano@gmail.com.